In a historic diplomatic shift, India has suspended the Indus Waters Treaty with Pakistan, a water-sharing agreement that withstood wars and decades of hostility. Why now? And what are the implications? Signed in Karachi in 1960 with World Bank mediation, the treaty divides 6 rivers of the Indus system between India and Pakistan. India received control of the eastern rivers, Sutlej, Beas and Ravi, while Pakistan was granted the western rivers, Indus, Jhelum and Chenab. On April 23, 2025, India suspended the treaty, citing the Pahalgam terror attack, where 26 tourists were killed by Pakistan-backed militants. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri stated the suspension would remain until Pakistan verifiably ends cross-border terrorism. This is the first time in 65 years that the treaty has been suspended. Though the IWT lacks a clear provision for suspension, Article 12 allows modification by mutual consent, not unilateral withdrawal. India's move raises novel questions of international water law. Not immediately. India lacks sufficient infrastructure to block the flow of Indus system rivers. However, by stalling joint meetings, diverting eastern river waters more efficiently, and controlling sediment flushing, India could increase long-term pressure. Pakistan cannot take India to the International Court of Justice. The Indus Waters Treaty only allows arbitration through the Permanent Indus Commission, a neutral expert, and a forum of arbitrators. But India's move may render those channels ineffective, as observed by former Pakistani legal advisors. Disputes over India's hydropower projects in Jammu and Kashmir, like Kishenganga and Rattle, have long strained the treaty. Pakistan views them as treaty violations, though India asserts compliance with run-of-the-river provisions. In January 2025, neutral expert Michel Lino upheld India's design in 2 projects, rejecting Pakistan's objections. This ruling emboldened India's stance and really muted Pakistan's global support. The Indus Waters Treaty has withstood 4 wars, including Kargil and the 1971 conflict. Its suspension now, it underscores a significant hardening of India's posture, signaling that terrorism can no longer be decoupled from diplomacy. India may now pursue greater control over its eastern rivers, enhancing irrigation and storage. But careful diplomacy is needed to avoid international backlash or accusations of violating humanitarian water-sharing norms. India's suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty is not just about rivers. It's about redrawing geopolitical norms. As water becomes a strategic asset, this act may really reshape the future of diplomacy in South Asia.